Yeah, we're welcome back. We're looking at 1.2, whereby you have two linear factor at the denominator. Okay, in that case now, you can split this into two fraction. Okay, and that will give us what? A over the first linear factor, and then plus what? Plus b over the second linear factor. Look at the questions we have. Express the following as partial fraction. Okay, we check the question, the A part, whereby we have this. Okay, and you can see that you have what? Two linear factor at the denominator. So when such happen, then you use a partial fraction. So and how do you do that? It's very simple. So this question will be equal to unknown A, it could be B, it could be C, over one of the linear factor, x minus 2, then plus B over the second linear factor, x plus 3. So that's your first procedure. That's your first step. Then the next thing to do now is to the left hand side is this equal to solve this, okay? And without wasting time, you can just multiply this one, go with this, that will be A times x plus 3. Then this one, go with this, plus B over x minus 2, all over x minus 2, x plus 3. So what I'm trying to do here, you can see now I've made this one as a what? As a single fraction. Okay? I've combined it together. Okay? So that's what we now have now. Then the next thing to do, check the left hand side, check the right hand side. You can see the denominator at the same thing. Okay? Then in that case now, we equate the what? The numerator. So you have this equal to what? Equal to A times x plus 3 plus B times x minus 2. So that is what we have now. Then the next thing to do now is to use a substitution method, whereby by the time I imagine a number, this one expression we cancel, then I can get the second, I can get the constant from the second expression. I can say let x be equal to what? Minus 3, so that I can cancel this expression, then I can get the unknown from these parts. Okay, and that will be what? This times this minus 2 equal to b times minus 3 minus 2, that's minus 5. And here I'm going to have minus 20 equal to what? Minus 5b. So b is what? B is minus 20 over what? Minus 5, and that's what? 4. Then the next thing to do, let's x also, I can also use 2, so that this expression will cancel, and I can get my A. So let x be equal to 2, 2 minus 2, that's 0. So I will now have 6 times 2, that's 12, minus 2, that's 10, equal to A into bracket 2 plus 3, that's 5. So A is what? A is 2. So finally, so just write the question, is equal to, my A is what? 2 over x minus 2, then plus. Then B is 4 over x plus 3. And that finished the first part of the question. Then I'll go to the B parts. The B parts, okay? So these are the two linear factor. So, and that will be equal to what? A over x plus 1, then plus B over x plus 4. 2x plus 11. I know that the denominator on the left and the right will be the same thing. So I don't have to waste time on that. Just come here, this one times this one, to go this way, to go this way. So this one times this one, A into bracket what? X plus 4, then plus what? B into bracket what? X plus 1. So the denominators are the same on the left and on the right. So then the next thing to do, let x be equal to what? Minus 4. So that this expression can cancel, then I can get the unknown from this expression. So this will be what? Minus 8, 2 times minus 4 plus 11. 2 times minus 4, which is minus 8. And that will give us 3 here, equal to, come here, minus 4 plus 1. So that's what? Minus 3. So b is what? B is minus 1. Then the next thing to do now, I can also substitute, I can use x equal to what? Minus 1. Okay, so minus 1 here. So I will have 2 times minus 1, 2 times minus 1 plus 11. So that will give me 9. Minus 1 plus 4, that's 3, a. So a is what? A is 3. Okay, so we now have so equal to 3, that will be 3 over x plus 1. Then the b is minus 1, so that will be plus minus 1 all over x plus 4. Okay, so and if you want to do it better, plus minus, so this thing will just change to what? To minus. So then we go to C part. The C part, the two linear factors here, we have 2x and what? X minus 4. So this will be equal to what? A over what? A over 2x, then plus b over x minus 4. So, and that will be equal to what? Minus this all over 2x, x minus 4, equal to this times this, that's a over x minus 4, then plus this times this, b times 2x, all over 2x times what? X minus 4. So this and this we cancel, so equate the numerator. So we now have this 12 equal to a into bracket x minus 4 plus b times 2x. So and you can quickly say let's x be equal to what? 4. So in that case now, if this is 4, this will cancel, and I can have what? I can have 4 times 2, that's 8b. And then here, minus that will be minus 7 times 4, minus 12. So if you do this, that will be minus what? Minus 40 equal to 8b. So b is what? Minus 5 in this place. Let's x be equal to 0. Okay, so on the left we have minus 12. Okay, if I put 0 there, so this expression will cancel here, and I'll have a into brackets 0 minus this, that's a minus 4. So a is what? A is 3. So final conclusion, the question, my question here on the left is equal to what? My a is 3 all over 2x. Then my b is what? Minus 5. So that will be 5 over x minus 4. So don't forget that plus minus. So this will change to what? To minus. So that's the answer for that question. Then we'll quickly go to D parts of the question. So this will be equal to a over one of the linear factor, then plus b over the second linear factor. So that will now have 2x minus 13 equal to this times this, that's a times x minus 3, then plus b, this one times this one, 2x plus 1. And don't forget the denominator on the left and on the right hand side are the same thing, so they will cancel out. So let x be 3. So we have 2 times 3 minus 13, which is equal to 6 minus 13, that's 7, equal to, here we're going to have b times 2 times this, 2 times 3, that's 6 plus 1, that's 7. So b is what? B is 1. Then also, let's look at what we have here. This is 2x. So if we use negative 1 over 2 to multiply 2x, so it's going to give us what? Minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1. So this expression we cancel. So we now have 2 into bracket minus this minus 13. And that will be equal to what? This will be minus 1 minus this, that's minus 14. equal to here. So that will be minus half minus 3. That's minus 7 over 2 a. So you can cross multiply. So this will be this one times 2, this place times 2. So that will be minus 28 equal to what? Minus 7a. So a is what? A is minus we cancel. So we have a is 4. A is 4 for that place. So on the final note, my a is what? My a is 4 over 2x plus 1. Then plus my b is what? B is 1, so 1 over x minus 3. So that's that on that question. If you are new on the channel, please quickly click on the video. There's an icon on the video. Click on it, subscribe. Click on notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Okay, subscribe. Click on like button and let us know what you feel on this question. Okay, let's know if you enjoyed the class. Let's see. Please make your comments. And finally, share the link of this video on all your social media platforms. For E, don't forget this expression, x squared minus 9. X squared minus 9 is the same as x minus 3 into bracket what? X plus 3. Okay? Because this one is a 3 squared, it's a multiple, x squared minus 3 squared. Okay? Whenever you have a multiple of an expression and a multiple of a constant, and you have minus in between the two, so it's a difference of 2 squared, and that will give you this. So this implies a over what? A over x minus 3 plus what? B over x plus 3. So without wasting time, we know that the denominator on the left is the same on the right. So we're going to have 6x plus 6 equal to this and this, that's x plus 3, then plus x minus 3. This times this times this. Okay, so let's x equal to what? 3. So we have this times this, 6 times 3, that's 18 plus 6, that's 24, equal to 3 minus 3, that's this expression cancel, and I have what? 6a. A is what? A is 4. Also, let's x be equal to what? Negative 3. So I'm going to have here minus 18 plus 6, and that's what? That's minus 12 equal to minus 3 plus 3. So this expression also cancel. Then I have what? Negative 6b in that place. So b here is what? Is 2 in that place. So that's finished that question. Just come back to this place and substitute your a and b. Your a is what? Your a is 4, and your b is what? B is 2. Okay? Yeah, the last question, we have this. Yeah, if you check the denominator, you realize that the denominator is quadratic in nature. So what do you do in that case? It's very simple. So factorize this. So we have x squared here. So then factors of this one times this one. That's minus 4x squared. So factors of minus 4. That will be 4 and 1, or 2 and 2. Okay. So how do we use 4 and 1 to get minus 3? So that will be what? Minus 4 plus what? Plus 1. Okay. So that's that on this question. Then the next thing to do now. So this will be equal to what? This will be equal to a over x minus 4 plus what? B over what? X plus 1. Okay. Then 7 minus 3x over. So then we have 7 minus 3x equal to what? This one times this one. X plus 1 plus b times x minus 4. Okay? So let's be equal to 4. So in that case now we have 7 minus 3 times 4. That's 12. And that's minus 5. Equal to 4 plus 1, that's 5. So a is what? Minus 1. For that place, a is minus 1. Then the next thing we can do is to go for x equal to minus 1. So in that case now we're going to have 7 minus 3 times minus 1, which will be what? that will be 10. That will give us 10. That will give us 10 equal to, this we cancel. Then we have here, we have minus 1, minus 4, that minus 5, b. So b is what? B is minus 2. So b is minus 2. So we've gotten all the parameters. So just come back here and substitute for the, this is minus 1, and this is what? This is minus 2. And by so doing, you have plus minus. So that will be this. My here is what? Minus 1 over x minus 4. Then b is minus 2. So that will be what? Minus 2 over what? X plus 1. Okay? So that's that on that question. So please join the next section, 1.3, join the next video, and that will be 1.3. And we're going to be looking at several examples, questions on where the denominator has more than 2 linear factors. So please join the next video, 1.3. Thank you for that.